fuck. Touching the goddamn motherfucking remote.
My mistake, I would've put
God damn it, you touching this motherfucking remote and now we lost shit.
Now you gotta do the intro,
No,
man.
hey, ZLS09TE here. Back again for the second time and the first time for Final Fantasy VII. You know, give me the fuck, where's that motherfucker?
I put the controller away from me. I messed up.
No, you're down.
Yeah, I'm punished? Okay.
Yes, you're punished.
I'm punished.
Fuck. Alright. God damn it. Alright.
Don't stress here. We're back at it. Maybe people saw the notification. Right, they're telling you now, it's, hey, we're done.
Nah, hold on. I'm just, yeah, they are blowing it up.
We've got company.
Yeah, because somebody over here turned off the TV.
I wonder who that guy was. The power went up. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh.
I mean,
Jesus on the bike, I'm sorry.
graphically, we're still good.
Yeah.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
I messed up the
You
first
did.
time and I'm very sorry.
You done.
It's okay.
What? Is the audio still going?
The audio's still going.
Yeah.
Everything's been set up.
Yeah, still going.
But back to what we were saying before my major mess up. Yeah, that's at that point I deserve it.
Yeah, you did. But again, it is test run. So now, hey, now we know that like if
Keep the controller away from Moya.
yes, that's one. But then two, if the TV cuts off,
Then we're done.
The whole thing's over. It's done.
Well, you want to know what? I do have my HDMI link. There's a link when you can link it to your TV. So when your HDMI is in, if I turn off the TV,
It turns off.
it's not this PlayStation exactly.
Or at
Turn
least
on the
puts it on
TV.
rest.
Yeah, we'll put it in rest mode. So that's one of the cool features about the PlayStation, but at the same time, it's
I mean, it's kind of cool, but again, when you're trying to do shit like this, then it kind of screws it up a little bit.
the only downfall to having a console, I guess, comparatively to the PC. But we definitely do more console games than we do PC here.
Yeah, I could never get into like PC gaming. Like I see this stuff and like
Don't get personal. Kudos to those who can do it for sure. Like,
absolutely.
I would not have a delicate enough hand to do all that.
I mean, if I had the components, I could, but it's expensive.
My brother said I was a little too rough with my own SSD. Because I was like, I gotta do a click. I need that audible click.
No.
It's not like car parts or anything like that.
No, it's not.
would
Like it's 100% by feel. And like the way I had this guy explain to me, right, was like, say you're putting in like one of your like microchips or something like that into the like one of the ports or something like that, right? There won't be like an audible like click. There won't be like a sensation of like something setting into place. Because if you do it, then you're putting too much like stuff on the microchips, or at least it's wanted to. So if it's like you're going into a slot, it's only like
you
one
need
month.
contact.
Yeah, so you just need to feel that contact. So yeah, you go slow, and then it stops moving. Cool, you're done, and like that's it. Don't have to worry about it.
Smacking. I like that.
I'm sorry.
What happened? What do you apologize for?
You said I smacked you.
No, not you, him.
I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, I know my legs are long, but shit.
Nah, but we good. So now, biggest thing, for sure. Back to what we were talking about in the game.
JRPGs?
Yes, we were on that topic.
Yeah.
We were running off of it for a second because, obviously I made the mistake of turning the TV off. Super smart. I mean,
I know someone who can get us the passcodes.
easy.
Anyone else that can be able to talk to us, but what can you do?
Nah, we good right now. I'm just
Careful in there.
curious. I'm curious what options I can do on it. It says save, but I don't know like what it will save, so I'm gonna just wait till we get
It's more like when it's only on YouTube you save. It'll say that for later. Pretty much it.
Okay, so then I don't know. Maybe I'll open up the dashboard again. But anyway, so like as far as like RPGs and stuff go, I mean, I guess
They're just more accessible.
yeah,
A little more realistic.
Sure, but you know, certain games like I was really just into your games that were like all campaign and like I guess storytelling, which to an extent I guess you can call an RPG.
I mean, point is like at least playing alone, because like my brother and sister, well, at least my brother was too young at the time. My sister was really never into it, unless it was like Mario Kart or something she used to have on her GameCube when we were younger. Something like that would have been great. You know, I used to have like a Dragon Ball Z little fighting game I used to play with like the neighborhood kids, like when we were children. So we would obviously like play that. But this was just more realistic in the sense of, hey, I'm alone, RPGs. So I just got into it. Right. So that's why you kind of see me always trying to move, find stuff, poking around. Now, we can't get extensive cinematics, which, again, graphically beautiful. The game has been amazing. Minus that little portion right there. I don't know what they did. But as
you're talking about like that
little background, it's like,
it's wallpaper. It's wallpaper.
It's wallpaper. It's wallpaper.
Wait, didn't we see that in Need for Speed Heat? We were driving around or something, and there was like a shop, but it was literally just like a 2D stock image or something.
It was just like that movie, The Interview, when they finally got to North Korea and they saw the store and it's like, wow, they got a bunch of food here. In reality, it was just cardboard. Yeah, kind of. I guess it's like what they would be doing, at least in the game. It doesn't take too much space, obviously. Pixelizing everything. All the pixels, all the high-end graphics are going to take up a lot of space. This thing's in 100 gigabytes for the game. And that's not including the DLC. No, you gotta have space for days.
Yeah, fuck that.
I think it's worth it. That's like, I want to say it's one of the bigger ones. At least when this came out, it was originally on the PS4. It was one of the bigger ones you can get for the PS4. At least the one that had the most when I started playing. But then again, this has...
Yo, dude, way too close. Y'all up in the shit, bro.
He's way too big.
No, he's not.
And Homer's looking up. You gotta look up like a whole 45 degrees. No.
I've met someone taller than me, and yes, I've had to do
That's
that.
the way I talk to you. That's the problem. So when I look up to you, God forbid I gotta say something to lecture, because I'm like, look. He's like, you're wrong. You gotta point up. Why shoot that dude, bro?
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't
I'm definitely excited for the second part. I still think they're gonna make at least 3 parts for this game.
Just bear with me.
Because it's just that large.
I mean, you know, I think it kind of just like adheres to the lore, and I think like at least me personally,
Well, they kind of changed up the lore in this one.
Yeah,
it does not follow the it doesn't follow the original path of what the first game used to do. Hence the argument versus a remaster and a remake. Like the remaster, they'll do everything exactly the way it was before, obviously with a little bit of makeup on it. Comparatively, obviously, like, these are like older games, and the graphics wouldn't keep up.
Like, well, see, and I think because of like the lore, like how lore intensive.
Oh, wow, I missed all of that.
You bitch.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. I think that's kind of what makes the difference between, again, that I would consider an RPG versus like your regular like campaign or like story games. Because like with RPGs such as this one, right? Granted, it's a JRPG, but RPG is an RPG. It's so lore heavy, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, this is 7, so technically we're talking some type of saga, some type of story.
It's not necessarily a follow timeline. There are games where Final Fantasy would collaborate with all the other characters, like at least the main characters. But they're separate. Like at least up to this point, if it was 7. Back in the day, it's 7 different stories.
But again, it all is kind of pertaining to the same like universe to Ascent, or is it still slightly different?
It's still slightly different. Like, not one has to do with the other.
Okay, but like as far as like lore intensity, they're all pretty heavy with like lore, right?
At least within its own story.
Okay, so see now that's fine, and I'm cool with that, right? But now when I compare this game to a game like Infamous Second Son, right? So
And you can link it back to the first one. In some shape.
well, between the first and second game you can. The third game you still technically can, but again, as far as the lore goes, the lore is not, at least in my opinion, it doesn't appear to be as in depth, right? It's here's your simple story. This is where it goes. Here's point A. Here's point B. And that's it. That's the game, right?
Yeah.
So it at its surface, because it's so simple, or because it's pretty like straightforward, like whatever lore is exposed in the game, like that's all the lore that there is. It's not an in-depth lore. It's not a thing where people can theorize. Where you talk to me about like some like the time traveling theories and shit with this one and whatever. It's because of that concept. I would not consider like Infamous Second Son an RPG. I would not, because the story itself and like how it is kind of simple. But like, you get what I'm saying?
I mean, I still think I would still categorize it as an RPG because you're taking the role of a character.
But that's almost with any video game, with any story.
To an extent. Obviously, like if you play Call of Duty, minus the campaign. Like
I was gonna say multiplayer is a different thing.
Multiplayer is a different thing, hence a different category of games.
Right.
But at least in this case, when it comes to being lore heavy, within its own story, it can be. But they doesn't tend to do that. It doesn't tend to do that unless like they make a second entry, like Final Fantasy X, with 10-2. But usually the second entries don't tend to be the best. I remember that with like 13. No, never gonna play that second part again, or even the third, where I was like extremely disappointed. But one thing they did experiment with is fighting styles. It always at some point it started changing up. It would be like similar to Pokemon, or like it was like turn-based. Now it's obviously a little more
like
live action fighting.
Yeah. Now see, and that's cool, and I see how like the live action fighting like does kind of make somewhat of a difference, but
extremely different.
I still have to disagree with you in like the RPG aspect of it, right? Like this game, again, it is a JRPG. It is what it is, right? But like you brought in Call of Duty, right? And you said at least campaign-wise,
minus the campaign, because obviously the campaign would be you're playing the role of a character.
Right. You would say the campaign is the RPG of Call of Duty.
This RPG aspect,
right? But
it's still categorized as a first-person shooter.
Yeah, it's categorized as an FPS. So
I mean, you're a first person.
Well, yeah, no fucking shit. But like, you get what I'm saying. So I feel like there's, and again, this could just be something that's like outside of our realm of understanding right now. But I feel like there has to be some type of like element or like distinct definition between the things, because okay, yes, if we're going like off the story concept or just like taking the role of like a person, like a Roach or Soap, or in here Cloud, or in Infamous Second Son, whatever the fuck that kid's name is and shit, right? So if we're talking the simple act of playing the role or just going through the story, makes it an RPG, right? If we're talking that concept, then why is Call of Duty not considered an RPG?
Because it's a multiplayer.
No, it can be multiplayer. It used to not always be multiplayer.
I think it's the biggest role that takes precedence, being the fact that it is a first-person shooter, multiplayer first-person shooter, which is the biggest reason why people will get Call of Duty, Apex, so on and so forth, whichever one game that is. It would be titled and categorized.
Now, here's the thing, right?
Like, to some extent, you're playing some of a role. Yes.
Right. Apex is very
lore heavy. Extremely lore.
It's extremely lore heavy, but here's the thing: there's no campaign to it.
No.
None.
Now, I just think they're going for a fan base, which Apex, ever since it came out, started throwing out its little stories, which again attract people. People like comics. People like let's go as simple as that.
As far as like the fan base goes, from what I've heard, it's tied to Titanfall. it's tied to that universe. Is the information I've received. So, you know, grand scheme of looking at things, and however, it's like, this is off-centered as hell. Jesus Christ.
You put it there.
I did, and I fucked up.
You did mess up. You definitely.
God damn it. Hold on.
Now the ADHD's kicking in.
Yeah, it did. Jesus
I think
Christ.
since you moved too. You got
Yeah, I did move, and yeah, I moved. That's what it was.
But back to your saying before the ADHD kicked in, because now I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, so like with Apex, right? Like, so it's still considered an FPS, right?
Yeah.
Or just a multiplayer platform, right? As I think most games at this point in time do have a multiplayer platform.
I think we just got a clear washer.
Bullshit.
Yes. Welcome, by the way.
What up, dog?
Thank you. Enjoy the content. We're definitely here for the oh my god, you're trapping me. Definitely here to put out new games, or at least content. Definitely some recommendations. But back to what you were saying. I mean, in some ways, like we were saying, like one universe ties to the other. There's gonna be things that are like there's certain characters, there's certain enemies that do carry over.
Right.
However, the story's different, split different, taking place in a different time.
Right. But again, like, I think just because Apex is kind of like, it holds that unique factor of no campaign,
you see, like this part
maintains
is
an
a
FPS.
little different from the first one because like Sephiroth wasn't really mentioned too much at first. Like
Arms hurt. They hurt.
the gym, bro. Alright, 20 minutes. So, like definitely like Sephiroth wasn't mentioned that this like too early into the game. You didn't really see him towards the end or the end of actual remake itself. Like that's when he started it was more prevalent and he was more relevant to the story. But still the big bad guy at the end of the day. You know?
The BBG.
Definitely as far as it goes, like there's just certain things that do connect, you know? Like common enemies, like you always see like a behemoth, you always see like a chimera. Like, I mean, I'm not naming out all of them, but
Yeah.
these are characters that are common at least. Or like, even little characters like the Moogles that are always gonna pop up in every entry. They even pop up in the Kingdom Hearts game, for example. Because it's all kind of, it's the same company, obviously, but it's also, sometimes it's always like similar creators and directors that work together on this one. What's up, a little distracted?
No, cause see, I don't know why. Like, I'm so focused on like what makes an RPG an RPG.
So you're just Googling facts?
I have to. Right? Okay. So they have a list of games, right? And we're talking like going all the way, you know, from like 2000 up to like this year and shit like that, right? So the games that they have, right, that is listed like Pillars of Eternity, Fallout, that's from 1997. Elden Ring, Elder Scrolls, like, okay, those... Yeah, Fallout, like, those games... Yeah, but those games make sense to me, that they're RPGs.
Yeah.
I understand that. That makes sense with, like, how it plays.
At least it's a little more in depth.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot more customizable, more path-taking.
Yeah, so I think
this is a lot more linear.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, maybe because of the path-taking stuff you can do, I think maybe that makes it the RPG. Because, like, The Witcher, The Wild Hunt, that's an RPG.
Yeah, but you can also like customize a lot more, like as far as like stats and
Wait, what Final Fantasy is this?
7 Remake.
Oh, the remake. I was like, dude, this shit came out in 97.
That's exactly when it came out.
Yeah.
Like the original, which that's what I'm saying, like they take a different path from what the original was.
Oh.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
that's why everybody, well, at least many predictions that I've heard that they're at least at the end of the story, it's very tragic. Like Aerith, one of the main characters, ends up dying. But there's a material called Holy that she didn't know how to use. I kind of forgot. Obviously, 97. I'm not gonna remember. In 97, I was like obviously very young. Let alone could I have completed the game alone? Probably not. But like there's a theory that she was able to like kind of go back and repeat the events, and then basically try to change it up and stop it. Hence why, like later on in the game, you see these characters that they call whispers. Oh my god! Already you're down. There's characters called whispers, where basically they're kind of like trying to protect destiny. You know what I'm saying? It's like to keep it on the path that it should be on. At least what they think it should be on. I got a pure spot. I didn't even know that. I completely forgot about it.
So according to Quora, so yes, people have asked this question, or have like I guess considered that statement of like, aren't all games essentially just RPGs, right? So the answer is no. While a lot of games will bend the rule to like what it is, especially now, like they'll mix a lot more and stuff. What gives the game its criteria, or like I guess its most representative classification, is a trait it exhibits the most.
I think I said that. Like,
you did say that. You did say that, right? So the technical use of the word role-playing being to take the role of a character, be it a person or even a less definable force or entity. Many, but not all, could be considered to have an element of role-playing, which makes sense because by definition, you're taking on the story or the role of a certain character. There you go, right? But
I just want to acknowledge that this guy, like, I don't know why they give him a dog glow. It's a little heavy and funny.
well, he's heavy and funny. Well, maybe not funny, like he's heavy.
No, that's
So, like, I guess the example was like in a sports game, arguably, you're taking on the role of the team manager or even the player, right?
yeah. Especially when you have to choose like what player you want to use.
Right, but in racing games, you would almost say you were taking
The role of the car?
right, or the racer, the driver.
The driver. Oh yeah, the driver.
So it's like, but no, like a racing game's a racing game. A sports game is a sports game. Right?
Racing is
You know, so like it really just depends on like how you would define the definition. And there is like I guess there's like certain comparisons and stuff like that, right? Now granted I can't tell like how well these people are, like how much they do their like research and stuff, but more or less it seems that it's not a cut and dry thing. It's still pretty open to interpretation, which I think is fine. But I mean, shoot, you saw me play Vampire, right?
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, if you were to compare Vampire to this game, you know, in terms of like elements of gameplay or like how it works, you would say it's sure some similarities in the fact that there's a story, there's the big bad evil guy,
Yes.
blah blah blah, because that's story, right? But in terms of how the game itself functions as an entity, we could still say that the two are still probably very different.
Yeah, and it's all the ways. They're not, obviously the mechanics, the way you play, the ways you can actually maneuver the story. Like I mentioned, this is very linear in the sense of you're following the path and it's going to take you down that path. Whereas to Vampire, you can go back to certain parts of the story, or even like continue different parts of the story later on.
Yes and no.
Oh, mind you, I didn't fully watch it.
No, but to an extent, you are correct, at least as far as Vampire is concerned. But there is I guess an achievement that has to happen, and it's pretty much I summed it into like one of two things, and this will get you one or the other achievement, right? You have to either A, go through the entire game, never like feeding on people, right?
Okay.
Not
No, you turn it to me. Like the more he feeds, like the more
bro,
devilish, I guess is that.
dude, okay, so like fuck, you know, blue that's got like light colored eyes. Fucking I don't even know. But like imagine like your like hazelish, like blue green eyes.
So
Right?
turning red.
Bruh. his pupil shape changed. So
Like I said, a little more devilish.
it was horrendous as fuck. Like the more people you consume, the more his eyes change, and the more his face was just like pale, and he looked like to a certain point he looked sick.
So in other words, you could choose a path. What I mean with this one linear, you can't really choose a path. You're just following the actual story that's presented to you.
Interesting.
Now, how you play it in the sense of what types to choose, obviously, is different. It's whatever you want. But as far as it goes, like I said, it's one single path. You're going to end up at the same result.
Interesting.
RPG nonetheless, but you're going to end up at the same result. Obviously, different style of playing or different options you have.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
I don't know. I haven't seen any like people like in chats. I haven't had any announcements, so I don't think we have anyone in at the moment.
We had 2 people watching. Did you see it through the
We had 2 likes.
We had 2 likes.
We got 2 likes.
At least that's how I think of it so far. Not too good, not too bad. But still, I have a love for these games. Always did. I mean, not that I definitely do enjoy, for example, playing Apex with all you guys and like or like Grand Theft Auto whenever I get the chance would be probably cool. But at least when I'm on my downtime and I'm alone, this is where I would kind of go.
Well,
like you see me like challenge myself on Spiral, do a little speedrun, which I think would be definitely a good idea for next time.
yeah.
Try to see if we can beat it as quick as possible.
Although I will tell you that you are very you're just a mood-based person in general, my dude. Like yeah, because like when you play games and stuff like that, like when you were watching me do like little bits of God of War and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You were down for the story, but you were like, you want the progression of the story. Whereas me, I'm like, no, I want to explore everything and anything that happens. Because the way I look at it is like, if I make it to the end and I beat this game, I want the game.
But half the time when you were playing, I was sleepy and I had to work the next
That is
day.
also true. But
So like progressive, do it.
yeah, so
Like, you don't need all these items.
it's like you
You don't need the
get,
sword.
you don't need to get stronger. You don't need better armor. No. No, skill points. Psh, what are those?
Struggle, bro.
Struggle, but
Just die. It's fine. You can always try.
just die. Just die. He says, "Good lord."
It's a video game.
Tis true. Tis true.
But yeah, that game I did want to see you progress. I did get it with the intention of you're gonna like this game. I'm just gonna let you do it. Like I haven't even bothered to play it myself.
Yeah.
And then I came with my own PS5,
Yeah, I'm debating doing the
which there is
a recorded gameplay for it.
no longer a shortage apparently.
There is no longer a shortage of PS5s.
Yes, like they're producing a lot more. Which I mean, not to say you can't go to your local GameStop and say hey, we don't have any, but it's more obtainable, it's more realistic. You know, at least in that case. So you know, hint. Hint, you know, especially to at least our friends Riley and Seth, you know, it's okay. They got the phone on PS5 with me. It's only $19 if you get the PS5 version.
Right.
Like, they probably was like, no, not happening.
Why?
Are you floating? Oh, never mind.
Why are you floating?
I thought it was a glitch. I was like,
Why are you floating?
It's like, I never really witnessed too many
You
glitches
are
in the game.
destroyed. Why are you floating?
Hey, who knows? Oh yeah, I don't have a good idea. I'm really hard to do on this show. Starving. I think about it. You probably change it to Hawaii MSR. Like,
Bro, you know damn well I don't have that skill right now. Jesus Christ, can you imagine? Hey guys, brief intermission. Fucking like lo-fi hip hop.
no, it's not bad. It's more like, no.
You know what? I never understood what people like about ASMR.
Some people kink on that.
I
I don't understand. It's like they like to hear people eat. They like to hear people continue talk about their day like that, I'm sure somebody sleeps to it. Which, you know, they to each his own, but it's just, I never understood it. Like, I could barely want to hear myself starting to chew or crunch on anything, depending on the situation. You know? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'll sit there and say, yeah, I'm by myself, I got these Doritos, crunch, crunch, but I'm around other people, it's like, I get a little conscious. Let alone recording it on camera for like the entire world to hear. And they get millions of views.
Y'all?
There's some really millions. Which is where it's like, I don't understand. What's the secret?
What's the secret? The secret is 42.
42.
42.
42 what?
It's the answer to life, man. 42.
I don't get it.
Okay, so that reference, so clearly you don't read. I'm joking, I'm fucking insane.
Sometimes.
It's this book.
Okay.
I feel like it's like Zombie Survival Guide or some shit like that is what it's called or something. It's some weird story. I've never actually myself read it, but I kind of got fascinated with the concept of their, I guess, answer, right? For some reason, there was like almost like a rule book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in one of the rules, it's the answer to life is 42. And
I'm sure 90% of the people, 99% of the people that would ever watch this currently now or in the future would not understand that reference either.
Well, again, it applies to a very niche group of people. Man, now, see, I also feel like the number 42, like, now you got me second guessing shit. I feel like it's supposed to be 72. I'm pretty sure it's 42. Hold on. I have to go back. What?
If you're wrong.
If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong on everybody's face. So, answer to life. What is the answer to life? That's what it is, not Zombie Survival Guide. It's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's the book. It's a science fiction book, right? And I was right. The number is 42.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
The Galaxy, yeah. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The answer to life is 42. Again, I'm the more I hear about it, the more I want to read it. But I remember one of my professors. She was like student 8 or something like that for a minute, but was helping the class for lab.
You had time to read for enjoyment in college?
Yeah. Yeah, it depended on the semester I was in. Cause dude, I fluctuated like a lot of.
Why are you always picking her up? You're always falling. Okay,
I'll take that as a yes.
Well, I kind of enjoy these cutscenes at some point, alright?
But yeah,
at some point, it's not enhanced. Maybe intro, but whatever.
intro. But yeah, so like to answer your question, like it really depends on the semester. Because some semesters I was more like hyper focused, more like overloaded with stuff. So I would be taking like 5 classes or like maybe like 6. Yeah, reading for fun, fuck that.
So you hated yourself?
Oh, 100%, I did. 100%. I think like in one of my years of college, I was taking calculus, physics, chemistry, biology, and then yes, like some other shit. I was taking some other classes at the same time, but I think it was like 4 or 5 science classes at the same time, and I
mean, I could really argue because obviously, medical professional. At least that background, you were always constantly taking a science class, so I had to read textbooks for fun.
Yeah, so it really depended on the semester.
Which was a little disappointing because I saw like an Instagram video where all these little kids, it's like kind of like are you smarter than a 5th grader? They would go over the human anatomy and it's like, what's this? And they're naming it out. All these little kids are naming out human body parts, nerves, bones, etc.
Now, scientific name or common?
Scientific name, not common. So it's like, oh, What's this nerve right here? The subclavian nerve. Or the tech.
How the fuck did you even learn to pronounce that? I couldn't even imagine spelling
that's
that right now.
Here's the weird part. Everybody pronounces it in their own way.
Oh, okay.
There's so many, at least especially down where we live out, there's a lot of accents. Let alone trying to accumulate the same saying is a little hard for many words. You know what I mean? Different cultures, different accents, different areas. So, do we all know what you're saying? Yes. Do I understand you? Yeah, of course. Does it sound weird? 100%. But then again, it depends on your professor. It depends on you. Like, so my professor was a native Spanish speaker. Obviously taught in English, but every time I would use medical terminology, it's like, why do you say it with a Spanish accent? I'm like, yeah, it's just what it is. You know, this is not the way I use it. Is it wrong? No. But supposedly I have my own little Spanish accent already, according to some people.
That's about as good a place as any.
You've been living here too long to even realize it.
Dude, I don't know.
I just wonder, like, how do you get a certain path through all the destruction you made? Because if this is like open world, you've been like running around everywhere, trying to find a way. And then when we're like playing Fallout, I'd fall into a hole trying to like get away from all the BS I blew up.
Or get attacked by that fucking beast. What's it called? Because in Fallout 4, I played it. Dude, granted, I only played Fallout 4 one time. Because I did it, well, when the game first came out.
That's way too long to repeat.
Dude, no, here's the thing. I had to stop myself, right? Because I'm still sitting there in school and stuff like that, but this was one of those weekends where, like, I was ahead of everything. It was cool. It was fun. Whatever, right? Yeah. Hey, new game, Fallout 4 came out, like, maybe a month or so ago. Cool. Let me get that bitch, right? I go in, I'm playing the game, I'm learning the mechanics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I went into this group. Started doing a side mission. Oh, I ran into another group. Started doing a side mission. Oh, I can build forts? Bet.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I can have multiple forts? Bet. Oh, shit. I get partners and they can carry shit for me as I go to these forts?
Those little groups you can join into?
Mm-hmm.
There's a way to destroy all of them at once.
I have joined 5 of them at the same time.
Probably a formula right there. Someone out there has found out the way to destroy all of them at once.
But here's the game. Here's the thing. I had to stop playing the fucking game because I started at 8:30 at night. First go at this game. I saw the fucking sunrise at 7:45. And I heard birds. And I was like, oh.
You stayed up that late.
I was supposed to go up to sleep. I did not. And I put that game down and I never picked it up again because I realized if I continue this pattern of behavior, I will not sleep till I crash out.
So you would basically have constructed Fort Knox completely in the game.
100, dude, I was on my route, dude. Like, I had a whole storage unit set up. I built a wall. I put turret mounts in it. I started, like, this was in the first base, like, around the fucking house. The house area that you start in, right? Like, I built this whole wall.
I never really fortified it.
Dude, I was on one. And then I started building, like, a whole fucking perimeter around that bitch and everything. And then I destroyed a house, right? I destroyed one to get materials, and then I remanufactured it, and I started building like an infirmary. I started filling with medical supplies. Then I started making like an armory and shit. And I was like, this is the shit, right? I was so about it. And then I realized like, oh my fucking God. I need to do this faster. Why? Because it dawned on me that I have 5 other forts around the world. I need to fortify each and every single one, or I'm fucked.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. If you didn't really fortify it.
No, like, was it really that? I didn't.
You just got better stuff.
Don't get me wrong. I technically still don't personally know because I never played the game anywhere beyond that. So I don't even know how the game fucking ends. I've never beaten it.
The thing is, there's no definite ending. You make the ending.
See,
it's on the path you take.
and this is how I know I'm
And then
gonna
you
be
get-
on that bitch for fucking ever, because I will just go and go. Side quest here, side quest there. I befriended an ogre. He tried to kill me before. Somehow he's my friend now. I don't know how I did it. I got a reporter as a friend and I got a dog. I'm like, dope. I got a fucking misfunctional family right now. It's great. Dysfunctional. I'm sorry.
Dysfunctional family.
Mm-hmm. Big as fuck. We got some brolic dumb motherfucker. Then we got a lady and a dog.
Yeah, you can kind of like adopt people into your town and say, hey, meet me here. You'll be safe.
Yeah. I shot another dude though. He pissed me off. Because he sat there and he was in like some random outskirt thing, right? And like I had resources or whatever, so I was willing to trade, right? So he's like, hey, I got this really dope item, blah, 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 blah.
I still think the whole concept of Fallout was kind of weird. It's like everything you did was nuclear powered, down to like those little robots.
Yeah.
They were basically like your butlers or your maids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did you not catch
Right.
any kind of disease?
I mean, okay, so
Whatsoever.
as far as like the science goes, to my understanding, right?
It's still radiation, but continue.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's radiation. Radiation is radiation, right? But now, depending on the type of radioactive isotope that you're using, right, it actually has a limit as to like what type of barriers it can penetrate and get through, right? So we're talking like you have some type of engine that powers up some kind of robot that's supposed to be around all these people, this, that, whatever. Okay. So it's possible that the coating around the core of the robot actually is like an insulator. Well, yes, it still allows for power. Yeah, so it could be just a lead casing, and they could have like the smallest like molecule of this radioactive isotope that generates all this power. But again, this little ball of lead is enough to actually contain the radiation. You're safe. You're cool to use it. It's fine. Is it sketchy as fuck? Would you want to fuck around and find out?
No.
Probably not. But
Same way I won't put my face to my microwave.
right, so in the grand scheme of things, like that's how you get that type of function to work. But then we're also looking at a town got nuked, right?
A town, the world.
The world, fucking, however the fucking went, right? It got nuked, right?
Correct.
Statistically speaking, there will be survivors, which there were, okay? How they survived it is the question, right? Now, if they survived on the outside instead of in the bunkers, right? They mutated, right? They became these crazy mutants and shit like that, and whatever the fuck, right? But they had a really long life, okay? But you also had people in the bunkers, and even though, yes, they were safe from like a good portion of the radiation,
Still cause some sort of resistance.
yes, you over the generations and generations of just populations going in and going out, depending on the bunker you were in, you could genetically actually have a resistance to certain types of radiation. So, because they're bunkers themselves, I think we're also powered by some level of like a nuclear like fission type of thing.
Was it?
I think on a couple of them. So I read into the lore of the game, even though like I never got super into the game itself because I knew myself better. I had responsibilities I had to do. I was like, nope, I can't do
Still
it.
wouldn't see Sephiroth in this.
Fuck that motherfucker. Anyway,
It's still a long ass blade.
yeah, but to the lore of the Fallout bunkers, right? So whatever entity was in charge of the program has a certain bunker designed for a certain experiment. All the people who were in the bunkers were technically part of an experiment. And there's one bunker in particular that was very fucked up.
Which one?
I forget what number it was, but this vault or bunker that it, I think
They're all called vaults.
They're vaults, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
like,
this
just to clarify.
okay. So this vault, right? I can't remember the number, but it was an experiment where you only had one person in the vault, and there was cameras.
Yeah, but weren't there generations that happened in these vaults?
Again, there's different vaults for different purposes. So this one particular vault's purpose, right, was just to see like what happens when a person is truly aware that the world has more or less ended as they know it,
So they just left them there alone.
They left them in that bitch by themselves with cameras and shit to monitor like everything they did. You know.
We got a new viewer. Welcome to the channel.
Where do you see that?
3.
We got 3.
He's watching, bro.
They're just watching now. Oh, man. All right, cool shit. What's up? What's up, player? How you doing? Anyway, yeah, let's see if they drop a comment. But yeah, so like they had cameras and stuff to like watch this guy and stuff and just more or less observe his dive into insanity.
That's messed up.
By himself, right?
Luckily, it's all a video game.
No, yeah, like thank God, but it was like, oh my damn, you really left this dude by himself. Again, with every possible means of like survival, like he never required anything. He was never in a lack of anything except obviously companionship, right? It was so fucked. And I think in one of the games that you go to, you can investigate this vault if you find it. Almost the entire facility is pristine except for like the little bits of rust and dirt.
Yeah.
All you find is one skeleton in that bitch.
That must be depressing.
And I was like, damn.
That must be depressing. So it's within the game that you can find it.
Yeah, I believe so. I forget which Fallout it is, but yeah. So
I'm sure like, you can go through like the little ancient computers and start going through the
yeah,
data.
and then you can pull up the lore, you can pull up the catalog. So there's one where it was like, it was an entire vault of women. There was one that was an entire vault of men. You had one that was like a different type of like mixture of people, and then you had ones that were like almost like farm generating vaults, where like you had to follow this whole prerogative and shit. But now the crazy thing is that the rule for every vault was that whoever the head dude was in charge, he was the only one, or she was, whoever this person was, they were the only ones in contact with the scientists that like ran the program. So when some weird shit started happening in the vaults, or you know,
they would report in and
ask for advice. There was one dude who was in charge of one, and he talked about how the whole place like ran out of like, or started to go into a riot because the vault was designed to fail. It was intentionally given shorter supplies and faulty or old equipment that was designed to fall apart or break at some point. And it was to see how long could you make a shitty situation last, or how can you even reverse it around. But it got to the point to where like people started riot, and like the people he was in contact, he's like, dude, we gotta go to other vaults, we gotta figure out what the fuck is going on. None of our shit's working, can't even get in contact with any of the other like administrators or whatever they're called, all this other shit. Literally, they were just calm silent. They did not answer that dude at all after a certain amount of time, and I was like, yo.
Yeah, these are the whisper things I mentioned earlier.
Oh, the ones who control the fate or observe.
At least keep it on its path.
Again, where does this motherfucker come from? Like he just touched her and said, "Doop, time froze." Surprise, bitch.
He's mentioned in a lot of the games. It's just like at this point, like at least for Final Fantasy, this is the bad guy. The most popular one, at least.
Yeah. Oh, we got 3 likes. Hey, thanks for the like, buddy. Appreciate you.
Likes is 3 views. Or 3 viewers, at least. Definitely hope to keep this growing. Definitely want to put out more games on the channel. Hopefully, you know.
What do you mean, hopefully?
Hopefully, we will. Excuse me, my bad.
Excuse me?
How
much I'm grinding for my shit? Goddamn it. Jesus. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that
can't be hopeful around you.
No, you're not allowed. I'm sorry.
Well, that depends on the customer.
All the cutesy stuff in this game.
In your case, it's on us.
But I just like the amount of detail, like this turtleneck. Like you can actually see like the woven pattern. I mean the unrealistic blade. You can still see how detailed the metal is.
Oh, dude, I found this thing on Instagram where they actually made like a live replica of Cloud's sword. That bitch is
They did that. It was Forged by Fire. I think it's the show.
I don't know if it's a short or they have it on YouTube, but I think it's like Man at Arms Reforged.
Oh, thank you. Man Reforged. She's not Forged by Fire. That's the actual like competition.
Yeah, that's the actual competition. But Man at Arms Reforged, that's I think their channel
They
on
actually
YouTube.
redid that one. They made his sword.
Dude, that bitch had to be heavy as
It took all like depending on who it was, it took about 2 guys to pick up the one sword that they made alone sometimes. Depending on the individual.
Yeah.
They have the bigger ones.
Well, I think what's also like crazy is that when you think about it and like how they designed it to at least function in the way that it looks, right? I saw those guys do Escanor's axe, Rita's axe, or Rita, I think is what the axe is called. Bro, they cannot operate that shit one-handed as intended. They cannot fucking do it. Like, they have to hold it like it's a regular fucking axe and like swing because it's just so heavy and the blade is so absolutely ridiculous. So this, I could imagine it takes 2 people because
Which he one-hands it all the time, depending on the situation. I mean, look at that. He's one-handing it right now. He's just like, I mean, realistically, it's not happening. I mean, even Sephiroth has this.
it's at least a fucking katana, at least.
It's a katana, at least, yeah, but it's
At least it's not this big
unrealistically long.
Maybe. No, because there's like some archaeological dig that I read about a little bit ago, and they actually found like a ridiculously long katana.
Oh, I'm sure that people made one.
Yeah, no, so it was
can you use it?
Supposedly, yes. Because there are depictions in some of the artworks that portrayed giant or appearingly giant humans, right? Or these were people that were like on horseback. So I guess this long sword
I can see the on horseback.
with the intent of being a cavalry weapon, like it makes sense. So it's not unfathomable. And again, through the prospect of like a giant person, and again, physically actually giant or strong as shit, that brings into the realm of plausibility that someone could just wield a sword of that caliber. Not his caliber though. That shit is just like, unless the sword was like hollow on the inside, I couldn't even see a chance. But now you're questioning like the structural integrity of the sword at that point. Because one, that should be a full tame blade.
Yeah.
You know, that should be a full tame blade. That's the most structurally sound type of blade I think they can make, right?
Or the strongest at least.
And it's, well, like, again, it just logically doesn't make sense. Even if you hold it two-handed,
you're still like, it's still pushing you forward.
Right, because it's so top heavy. You have nothing to help counterbalance the bottom piece.
Titanium's light, enjoyable.
Not as light as aluminum.
Yeah, but aluminum's very not durable at all.
Depends on, I guess, like how much you like layer it.
Or alloy.
Or yeah, like if it's aluminum alloys, like sure. Or even like maybe some like a carbon fiber alloy. Like if it's a carbon alloy, like
carbon fiber would be like.
Yeah, but so if it's like a carbon fiber frame, like maybe a titanium edge.
Yeah, but carbon fiber is a little strong in so many directions. Like how do you say this? Like
you have one direction, the direction the blade goes. Like that is your one direction.
Yeah, sure. In theory, if you're only cutting it, but let's say you're hitting and defending yourself, and it gets hit sideways, obviously not blade end. It would then therefore it won't. Like at least for a bike, like when I had a carbon fiber bike, it's like it's strong going downwards, flexing a little bit left and right, but you flex a little too much, you're gonna mess with the bike. Again, you know, it's how much resin, at least in this case, with carbon fiber, can you really use, and it's gonna really be that strong. So Carbon Fiber is something like that.
Again, I'm just trying to figure out like how would one make an item like that as light as possible so you can wield it like that.
Yeah, he's one-handing it. Look, he's running with it with ease.
Yeah.
Which makes zero sense to me. I would love to be that strong. I'd like to think I'm that strong. But no.
Even like Zabuza's sword from fucking Naruto, that's a huge fucking bitch.
You mean like, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we're thinking somebody else.
Yeah, like that's a huge sword. That can't be easy. But
tungsten. There you go.
okay,
that is an option. Oh, well, we could see comments on the PlayStation. Tungsten? Would you ever use that?
no. Tungsten's heavy as shit. I'm pretty sure that's like your denser metal. Oh, that's why you said tungsten, because Riley said it.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
I can see comments.
Damn, dog, I ain't even paying attention. Like, I was so invested in the screen.
It vibrated.
So tungsten and it can be hollow. Okay. I mean, I'm about it. Oh, and what you sending me? What you sending me right now? What is you doing, Terry?
What's supposed to do here?
Yeah, that's a good mask.
Huh?
So he's got a mask for Payday 2. I'm gonna go ahead and show the camera. But look, it's a bag.
As long as it's not the clown, I don't think you can see your phone like that well.
No, but it's a bag.
Well, if you could edit just photo.
Oh, you know, I could probably try to do that. You know,
I never really went backwards with this. And look at all that.
You know, I like this like old school like downtown district that's like you can kind of see in it. I kind of like it. It kind of reminds me of like I don't know if you saw this movie. It's a martial arts movie. I think it was called like the Kung Fu Hustle. Is what it was called.
I'm very bad at remembering movies.
Are you like a martial arts buff at all or not?
No.
Ish? No, not really. Okay. Well, it's designed to be more of like a comedy, I guess, but it's pretty much like this kid, right? Hey, spoiler alert! In case anyone has interest in watching the movie, like skip forward, like
they can't skip forward. It's live.
no. Well,
if they're watching the recording.
Yeah, if you're watching the recording, like I would say skip forward like 15 minutes or some shit.
15 minutes.
Good. I don't know, or maybe the next 5. Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. But damn, is your remote about to die?
No, just if I click on the PS button, it tells me how long I've been streaming.
Oh, okay.
And then how many people are watching.
Yeah, we're at like 57 minutes.
Yeah.
But with the
How you feeling? You think we should go for like another hour, or you want to call it good for?
now, I have my timer set, so let's just go until the timer's out. So
The timer's up?
Yeah.
Alright.
But with the movie Kung Fu Hustle, it was like this kid who bought this like martial arts like Buddhist book or something from some homeless dude off the street and shit, right? And he was following the book, he read it front to back, and like, he practiced, he trained, he did all stuff, and he's like, I got the techniques, I know this, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but like did it take place in like something similar like this, like
in like a similar setting, like you have.
Or was it like old time?
No, kind of like roaring 20s-ish. Like this looks like some kind of mix between. I saw the theater, which is why it kind of like hit me like that. But it's like some cross between like your swingers like 1920 and like almost like pre stock market boom type of like that, or like your bootlegger era type of shit.
I mean, at least in the States, but if you're talking about Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, at least as far as the States go. Anyway, the point is it gave me that type of vibe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like so this kid, like he says certain kinds of techniques, blah blah blah, goes to fight some bullies, right? Gets his ass. Got his ass beat, and he's like, fuck this bullshit, blah blah blah. Became a criminal and all this other stuff, right? Decides to be the good guy for like one time, right? Almost dies, and then it like lines up his chi, because I guess the whole reason his martial arts wasn't working,
It's because the chi.
because his chi was off. It wasn't connected right.
But I guess he got his chi lined up and then he started kicking.
He became like a god. Did like a straight Buddha like palm thing or whatever, and you see this animation of like a giant hand. And I was like, what the fuck?
Apparently my chi's out of line when we're on the bench press.
Don't talk about that.
No, that hurt. It was not an easy day.
Yeah, dude, I just don't know what it was, man. But I think that's just how it is with things sometimes, you know? You go, you do things. You have good days or bad days. I know. We didn't sleep. We didn't eat enough. We ate too much. Ate the wrong shit.
Yeah, it didn't sleep enough. I would say that's the cause. For now.
I don't know. Or for all we know, it's like we didn't stretch and so we didn't have like a sense of flexibility. So it was already tight already and then we try to push it.
Or it was weak.
No, I refuse. Alright? No. No, you shut the fuck up with that bullshit.
Accept it, dude.
No, I won't. I will not.
I don't know why I thought there would be a change.
You know, I would like to see like a MMORPG style game of
Final Fantasy?
No.
I'm gonna say
No.
Of what?
You ever see the movie Push? No. Okay. So Push was very interesting, right? Very interesting film. Anyone who hasn't seen it, I'd suggest you watch it if you kind of like the whole superpower type shit. But the lore behind it was that you go back to the Holocaust era of humanity, right? Where the Nazis.
I don't think that would be fun, but continue.
Listen to the story. Okay. Also, another spoiler alert for those who want to watch it. But yeah, it's like the Nazis, they experimented on like the Jews and all the other people that they captured and all this other stuff, right? Why do you keep doing that?
What?
I don't know. Because we have a live thing right here. It's right there.
Is that interrupting your show?
You know, it's interrupting my train of thought because I'm ADHD as fuck. And I'm just like, what do you got going on here? But so yeah, they experiment on all these people and stuff like that to increase the capacity and abilities of their like current mental abilities, right? And you ended up having like classes of people, right? Now understand, they were never like physically like super powered, right? It was all like a mental based power, right? And you got these different categories and stuff like that, and depending on like how many generations have gone through of this gene like carrying through and evolving would determine the strength or like the class of, you know, psychological power that you had, right? So you had your movers, those were telekinetic. You had your seers, they see into the future, right? And depending on the generation that you were, determined how powerful the thing was. So, you know, if you're a really powerful seer just off the rip, I'm talking, you can see the entire future life of a single person or group of people. Or if you were like your average seer who hasn't totally understood their powers yet, or like what type of things you have to eat or do to increase your seeing ability, you might only be able to see fragments of like 5 minutes of somebody or crazy shit. Movers were your telekinetics. You had your screamers. Screamers. They would scream and it emitted a like hypersonic like wave type of thing, and it targeted your brain specifically. And if they screamed long enough or at the right frequency, it would cause your brain to explode inside your skull. It's scary as shit.
So anyway, we have a quick intermission.
Oh.
I think this one.
What did you do?
Videos pause broadcasting. Only mic audio.
Oh, it's only the mic audio? Wow, okay. So you can pause it.
Correct.
That's fine. Cool. Don't pause the stream. Look at what you did!
No, I didn't do anything.
Resume this game.
Huh?
Resume this game, you heathen.
Yeah,
Oh, you need to go.
yes.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
I'm here.
Alright.
So, you hold on to that. I will be back.
Damn. Go. Go.
Oh, you might want to mute
Hmm?
the mic.
Oh. Okay.
You had me worried for a minute. What the hell you been up to, huh?
Giving public security the runaround. That's what. Had to draw them away from the station somehow.
Nicely done.
Well, can't argue with results.
No, Mike.
Wait. Got a question for you all.
What?
Ever been attacked by an invisible enemy?
What?
Wearing robes. Came and went like the
In
wind.
aware, OE was experimenting a
They
bit.
were invisible.
They were, at first. Only saw them after she grabbed me.
Mike will be on shortly.
More like a panic-induced hallucination.
Alright, I think the mic's on now.
Who
Should
said
be working.
Who said that?
Who do you think?
Right.
Yeah.
What does he say?
He's like, no mic. And I'm like, I'm aware.
I was experimenting. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I don't think you wanted to hear that part. It's like, why is there water in the background? What's this running stream?
It's like every time you want to get a glass of water, like, I'm not going to the bathroom, guys. I'm getting
Dude, I
water.
swear to God. So here's the thing. So the time I was actually doing it is by the time I actually got one of these, the Brita filter. And I'm over here, casually having a conversation. I'm casually getting water. And it was some one dude that we were playing with from New York, and he was like, "Yo, my dude, mute the mic." He was really heavy with the accent. I was like, "He's like, we don't want to hear you pissing and shit." I was like, "I'm so sorry, like my guy. I swear to God, I'm like every level is like, oh my mama." We're over here just
That man
getting
said,
some water. Bro.
on my mom. God damn.
Levels. And from there on, I was so self-conscious about it. I was like, start muting. I was like, "Yo, guys, I'm getting water." And it's like, dude, this shit sounds like you're pissing. So
No, what's funny is that you swear to God you muted yourself, but you never did.
when? Back then, no, I had like this little switch on my mic, and that's the one that just flipped back. Because that one where you just flip back, you're like, oh, okay, I gotta make sure I'm muted. Can you hear me? He's like, really, I'm just getting water. Like, obviously, bathroom music. Do my thing between whatever games I was playing. It was what was it? Black Ops. Which one was the one that introduced the Battle Royale? I forgot.
I know it's Warzone. I don't know what.
No, it was before Warzone.
Okay, well, it's not 4, because 4 was like. Or,
Yeah,
was it 4?
It was 4, yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It was 4.
I don't know. I only played 4 for the zombies. That was my thing.
I never really got into zombies after
Does-
after the second game, I was like, I'm done with zombies.
Bro, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies is the shit, okay? It's amazing. The upgrade system is dope.
It gets so
Okay.
repetitive.
Dude, but like, here's the thing.
Because how many zombies can I train?
Okay, if you're going for like.
I still think the first one, like the theater map, was the best one.
Okay, fuck Kino der Toten, okay? Fuck that.
Okay.
Okay?
You know the name.
5 was the shit. 5 was where it's at, okay? There's 2 glitches, type of things that you could do with the map. It was dope as fuck, right? If you answered all the red phones, it was the Easter egg. It was Eminem's Won't Back Down. That shit was the shit, okay? If you round 12, soloing it out, got a whole horde of zombies after you, that song hits, you're fucking animal. You just headshots all day. great, immaculate, right?
I'm trying to find some sort of motivation.
Right? So the point is, right? It's the lore to zombies, right? It got so like immersive and ridiculous.
Wonder, do we have Red Bull? 5 was F2.
Fuck you, Riley. You know what? Have that conversation with Cassie because that was our shit. We love that map. Stand by that. Anyway. Motherfucker. You know what, to be fair, those were the only 2 maps that Cassie and I could get. It was Kino or 5. We only liked 5 because we found a way to actually make sure the crawler zombies never showed up.
Did you want the crawlers?
No, the regular crawlers where it's the walk-in zombie and you blow his legs off and then Yeah, those you want.
Those guys.
But the ones that are just crawling naturally and are like gas and shit?
No, yeah, that's right. It's not getting weird.
So in 5, there's a way you can avoid that from like spawning. And we found that out. So that's why we liked 5 over Kino, because Kino you couldn't avoid them spawning.
You know, what was the one like it's not like a bus station.
And no, that was a transit. That was Black Ops 2.
Or did it?
Black Ops 2 Zombies, it was transit. You could get on a bus and like travel and like you could go to like a farm or you could go to like some bus station and you could do some other like
yeah, it was the one
shit.
that would go from bus station to bus station. Basically like you're in a little town and like there's lava. The floor is literally lava.
Yeah, so that's Black Ops 2. That's
Black Ops 2. Yeah, that one was a shit.
That I will admit.
Where I used to hate when they would like chase you but they're on fire already.
Yeah, that shit sucks because then they exploded, right?
No. And the ray gun becomes useless and it's like...
What I did not appreciate, at least as a mechanic, I understood you had to balance it out because otherwise it was unfair as fuck. What I did not appreciate was that the zombies could fucking Michael Jordan jump to any fucking level platform. Like you would be like on like a third story.
They went too much.
Dude, you was like on a 3rd story like or 2nd story building, right? And
Hi Sim.
Hey!
Hi Sim.
Hi Sim. So
I didn't say her name like that. I'm like every time I call her, hi Sim.
I was like we're not on the phone, my guy. It's okay.
Bye Sim.
Das Boot? Yes, that was Das Boot. Yes.
You know that came up like a minute ago on the screen, right? You can read all the comments.
Dude, okay, but notice how it's like popping. Wait, where are
it? Pops up in the bottom right corner.
Dude, I'm focused like center.
Someone drop a comment so this man can see it.
Oh, God damn.
Just so you can learn how.
They know I'm oblivious, man.
It's some nice little big thing that pops up saying comments.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Maybe someone helps me. Maybe someone gives me the request.
No, don't give him the satisfaction. Don't write a comment. Don't do it.
It's for you.
Don't prove him right to make me fucked up. Don't do it. Yeah.
You can see it there on the YouTube.
But anyway. What sucked with Call of Duty Black Ops 2 the zombies, or at least the one mechanic I didn't like, was that I remember in like the older zombies maps and games that you did, the highest they could go was like 1 story. But if you were like at the spot where they would jump for them to land on, they wouldn't jump at that spot. They would go to a different one, or they would just actually take the manual route and walk to your location, right? In 2, they just said, nah, fuck that. They stand in that spot, that's tough shit. You about to land right on them. It's like, yo. And that shit pissed me off, because you could have like a perfect like little trio group, right? 2 people watching the front, and then you got the one dude in the corner, and he just snapping them from the corner of the building or whatever, right? Then all of a sudden, just zombie in your face, and you're like, fucking shit. And you would hope to God you had like a good secondary, like a fucking shotgun or something.
Or Juggernaut.
Or Juggernaut. Yo, Juggernaut, man. Did you know someone was really creative and actually like made these drinks?
Yeah, like it's like a thing. Like they're on Instagram, they would like recreate them and make actual like whether it's like soda or alcoholic drinks.
I feel like the soda's gonna be nasty, but I would try the alcoholic drinks. I would try the alcoholic drinks.
Oh, the Tide Pod shot? I wonder if that's still a thing somehow. And
we don't mention.
I'm sad that it was a thing.
We don't mention Tide Pods.
I don't know. I feel like I've met people that have done it. I'm disappointed.
Bullshit.
Yeah, well, come on. Considering the amount of people we've actually met throughout life.
I have never met somebody who actually did that shit. I've
met people that I think would do it. And it's like, sit there and like seriously think, I will enjoy this.
It's fucking soap. Like the threat of my mother saying, I will wash your mouth out with soap. What, like, for some reason...
That alone gave me some sort of like PTSD, like, oh no, so I done cursed too much.
No, because I saw one of my cousins.
Yes.
Like, I can't even remember what he said, but he said something, sure as shit. Our grandma took him to the bathroom. I remember, it was like this orange soap. And I didn't even want to wash my hands with it no more. I was like, nah, I'm good, fam. Like that stuck with me. So, like, to hear about the Tide Pod challenge, of like, oh yeah, put the Tide Pod in your mouth and bust it. Like,
no, but the actual drink, like, they actually made a Tide Pod shot. Which they,
so it's an actual, like, you can drink this and not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Which obviously, like, either food coloring or like different liquids.
Like sour and
yeah, like, exactly. So you're basically at like what they actually put into for Blue Long Island. I forget the name.
There's apparently like 4 types of Long Islands. Apparently, there's 4 types of Long Island iced teas.
Let's not go through that. That's a bad day if you have all 4 at once. Or a really good day, depending on how your tolerance goes. Because be off my ass.
No, a bad day is the adios motherfucker. That's the bad day.
Do you know one weird drink I got introduced to? And like every time, like it was like this little club that we were able to go to, and you know, basically on the weekends. And the same person, I would see her all the time.
Okay.
She would be hitting on me, so she's like, "Look, if you want a buttery nipple." In my mind, I'm like, "Whoa, okay." What are you introducing me to? This sounds like it's gonna get real freaky. Reality is, it was like butterscotch, liquor, whatever.
The only reason I know that that's a drink is because of Lil Jon's song "Shots."
Okay,
that's the only reason I know that exists. Never actually had one.
Mind you, me in the moment, in the second I heard buttery nipple, I was like, define buttery nipple. And she's like, no pervert. The drink. I was like,
you know, to be fair, like, I mean, I guess it would have made sense to think that way. Because if you never heard that was a drink.
My entire life living in Miami, mind you, alcohol central sometimes, I've never heard of a buttery nipple.
Fair enough.
Let alone when I have the balls to go to the bar and be like, hey, bartender, dude, let me get a buttery nipple. Hi, Sam. There you see? Popped up right there in the corner.
Fuck! Oh, there it is!
The meme.
Dude, that meme is iconic, though. It's iconic as fuck, though. Damn, okay, but now I know where to look, because I'm looking...
Best meme Leonardo DiCaprio's in, like...
You know, I kind of want to watch that movie. I don't think I've ever seen that movie. I know it's supposed to be, like, about, like, a whole Hollywood movie about Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gives me that same...
You got a cigarette in his eye.
Yeah, with this fucking little, like, glass of scotch or whatever and shit.
I mean, you live in the life, bro. I mean, minus a cigarette, I'll take the glass of scotch.
Fair enough.
You know, they made a statue of this lady. Look here. You see? Look there, Stu.
Yeah, I looked. I see it. I sees it.
You see, we have fun facts with Stewie. There's reality with Oid.
This man. The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Alright, cool.
It was like a war zone.
The news is just another shit about peace. Spread whatever my shit tells me to.
Yes, I am typing, okay? We're filling up the chat log, alright? Oh.
You text, you said what you were going to say in text? Good job.
Good old Stargazer Heights.
No, I mean, I meant to put it in the chat, but, like, I mean, dude, shit, dumbass. Yeah, type there and then look at the TV and see what happens.
Don't have time for
But yes, okay, we lost track. Buttery nipple, the meme. Scotch.
Scotch. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So what exactly was this buttery nipples?
Don't worry.
I forgot what the base liquor was, but I just knew it was like some sort of butterscotch that was added to it. So it was extremely sweet.
A butterscotch liquor actually sounds
Dude, it was
tasty.
great. It was great.
It sounds good.
Mind you, at 22, 23, I was getting messed up.
I was gonna say that.
And I'm not paying for a thing. And it was just like shot after shot. She come back and said, "You want another one?" I'm like,
a buttery nipple shot.
yeah, I don't know if it's like it's not Bailey's, is it? No.
What is? Hold on, so we're pulling up the ingredients. But dude, I feel like this shit.
Are you 21 and older?
Yes.
Oh, just to know.
Right, but I feel like this shit probably had you tore up from the floor up, like on a rake. If it tastes sweet, oh, you have to be fucked up.
Oh,
okay.
And the fact is, I love sweet.
Wait, is this it?
Hey, let me see. Does it say butter?
It's a 1 ounce butter shot liqueur and then a ½ ounce Irish cream liqueur.
There you go. Irish
That's
cream.
it.
And
Damn.
well, there you go, Bailey's.
Yeah, you can use a Bailey's for it, and then yeah.
I think that's the next experiment to do.
Pay for that too. Never mind.
It's okay. I got the shaker.
That's what we agreed on, so.
So, you know, we could just make buttery nipples and play it in stream. Okay, I don't think people condone that. No, these guys have done it. Remember that what are these guys that put whiskey in everything?
The isn't it the Irish try?
No. Like they would like put bacon and fry everything in whiskey, and like they would make these huge like plates of food.
Oh, fuck! I know. I mean, the main guy, he's got like this thick ass beard and shit.
Correct.
Oh, fuck! What was it? There was like no, not Hungry Man.
No. That's a brand.
Yeah. Oh my god! I have to look this up now.
It was just Jack Daniels and everything.
Hold on, let's pull up YouTube on the phone.
Isn't that why they made those bubble water bottles thing? Bubble water bottle?
What?
What bubble water bottle? Oh, like the edible water bottles. Like there's like these little bubble caps.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those where like it's. I don't know if like you buy them in like a pack or something, but it's like literally this.
Yeah, like
supposed like bite size, like ingestible like wrap.
Yeah, I mean it's essentially water-based gel.
Yeah, and then like you can, like you hold it, it's there, and then but if you bite it, then it actually like bursts, and it's like supposed to be like the perfect like
amount of water.
Yeah.
Another thing to Google.
Let's see, guys who made super large.
That's a great drink though. Water, yeah, that's amazing.
Okay, apparently someone made a 30-pound Kit Kat a year ago. Jesus fucking
that sounds
Christ.
delicious.
Someone made the giant. Okay, so apparently this guy's channel is called Tasty.
No, that's not.
No.
It's
I know
like
it's
a
not
group
that.
of people.
Yeah, but he made a giant Popeye's chicken sandwich. Dude, I'm gonna fuck that sandwich up. I swear for God, I will.
Does it got pickles?
Yes, it's got pickles in it, actually.
Oh,
Look at it. Look at all the pickles.
Oh my God.
Hold on, let's see. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Who the fuck? Oh, I remember this guy. He was in, the Super Size Me thing or whatever? He has the Guinness World Record for the most Big Macs eaten. He has eaten 30,000 Big Macs. I don't think in like one go, but I think within like the course of his life, he's done it.
Nah, I mean, obviously not in one go. That's impossible physically.
So he was eating like 2 a day for like 14 years or some shit like that.
And he looks like that?
Yeah, right? I'm surprised. His fucking arteries though.
That's personal.
His heart's gotta be like fucked.
That's on him. But that's personal.
A 25-pound quesadilla. Jesus Christ. Where are these people? I know who you're talking about. Do not Mandela affect me right now.
Good. Now you best get a move on to Seventh Heaven. She's got a head start on you and then some.
Now I'm craving the buttery nipple. If I have a shot, I'm gonna so reminisce about like those days.
I can't remember. Okay, group of guys making giant food. That almost sounded wrong. Anyway, moving on. Shut up.
No cups involved.
No, it's just this. Stop it. No, it's just this guy Tasty. He keeps popping up the most, so I guess he's got to be like the most popular right now.
Probably could, if you just put your mind to it.
3,000 kilograms of giant pizza.
Put fried in whiskey.
Fried in whiskey?
Yes.
Fried in whiskey.
Maybe. Maybe.
Give me a break.
It was so
No,
long ago.
this is, yeah,
We were
I
still
was
in
in
high
like,
school.
yeah, dude, I think I was like in middle school or some shit, maybe.
Was it middle school?
I think. I mean, I know who you're talking about, and it bothers me that I can't remember their name.
I'm gonna send you on a whole trip right now.
Yeah, if any of y'all know these people's names, like, please announce that or something, because I'm gonna lose my fucking religion for this. Not Chef
wait.
Freddy.
They sell them pre-made at Flanagan's. We gotta go to Flanagan's to get tore up.
Dude, if we're gonna get dude, we might as well. God. You know what? No, we go to Flanagan's to try it, so we know what it tastes like. To know what it
tastes like.
So a decent, like. I assume that's referring to the buttery nipple. I'm assuming.
I'm assuming it's referring to the buttery nipple too. Still weird name. Still kinda don't have like the confidence to go to my bartender and be like, I need a buttery nipple. God forbid it's like a bartender that doesn't know anything. And it's like, what did you just ask me? And it's like, buttery nipple.
Pulls out 2 sticks of butter. Oh my god.
My god.
Jesus Christ. Dude, who the fuck are these people? What's like a name of like their video that they did? Like I don't know, biggest manwich? I don't know.
Biggest manwich?
Sloppy Joes. Sloppy Joes are delicious.
Heartburn. You know, I have very bad memories of Sloppy Joes. You know, public school Sloppy Joes weren't exactly, you know, elegant.
No, not from school. Fuck no. Okay. I feel like they made like a giant burrito or something like that, or they made.
Then you know what to expect. She's a good friend of Avalanche, so be nice.
Alright, that pre-made Flanagan buttery nipples.
Outstanding.
Still gotta say it with a straight face though.
Oh. Apparently there's a world record for fastest time to eat a burrito. Held by a woman.
What's he?
Be nice. Cloud's hoping you
Stop!
I feel like I have to say shit to just set you
You're
off a
gonna
little
censor
bit.
me a little bit. No, stop. I can't.
Bearded meats food. Is that what it is?
No.
No?
Wait, was it? No.
No, that's not. No?
Is
Fuck.
Unless they changed their name.
Could have sworn that is the dude.
A good long rest to your anything, I tell you.
Is Eric? No, I don't think it's no. They wouldn't really talk. It would just go straight to it. It was one of those videos where it's just like, here it is, and we're making it. Boom. And they basically, I don't know, man. It was just a heart attack in a video. and like they would count how many calories there were within the actual food that they were making.
You in here long?
5 years, give or take.
I think the second we hear the name, we're both gonna hate each other.
Last stop is
Or ourselves, excuse me.
I can't find it. The Big Texas Breakfast Burrito Challenge. Yo, you ever have a breakfast burrito? That shit's
Yes?
We're so sorry about that. Hopefully this one would work better.
Save your excuses and get out.
All right.
Yeah, so.
My associate handles.
Think you can move the oven?
Oh, now I'm like finding myself skipping through everything.
Thank you very much.
It's not the Hungry
Seeing as we've
Viking.
done with our rounds and you've got a small fortune now, why not take a gander at the weapons?
Well,
You bastards.
don't really know.
In that case, if you're serious about becoming a merc, it's not.
You know what? I can't keep looking at this because if I keep doing this, I'm gonna get hungry.
You're gonna
I
get
can't.
I'm already hungry.
Like I'm have a whole connection right now. I'm hungry now. Fuck.
Oh, he's hungry.
I am.
Didn't see anybody at the office, so let's.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hungry.
Huh? I ain't got nothing for a punk-ass bitch like you.
Bitch.
Oh no, it gets worse sometimes.
Can we fight him?
No, I wish. You see, that's why I take these linear ones. You can't do much. Yeah, it's your role. You're playing it.
Well, shoot. If this was GTA right now, run.
But you want to cancel block.
Cancel Christmas. It's over.
5 stars, dude's done. Would have took his cash too, but this ain't GTA. This is what I have to play.
You know you were holding down.
Not that I'm complaining. When you guys have played GTA without me. So yeah.
Okay, we tried. We thought it was cross-platform.
Yes, you did. You thought.
Should have researched.
Taking care of any beasts that wander in town. That teaching locals how to defend themselves.
Like they say, the only one who will look out for you is you.
Cloud's a great fighter, but only we know that. If no one knows him, no one will hire him. Thought if he joined the watch, he could get his name out there.
You know, flagons, butter nipples. You know, chicken wings sound pretty good.
We just had chicken wings at the shop, and we're about to have more chicken wings.
You had chicken wings.
I ain't gonna lie, I fucked it up.
You
Almost a
had
whole
chicken
box was
wings.
gone, and I was like, it's gonna be having more. It's gonna be fine.
I know I never passed.
I ate like 4 or 5 with a cookie. Some chips. I wanted more cookies. More chicken. Don't act like you're surprised. You know I was gonna eat a lot. Shut up. Don't even.
No,
Don't even look at me sideways.
I'm not surprised.
Well, let's see what we can accomplish in the next 15 minutes. Let's try to focus on this game a little bit more because we have talked about everything but this
Everything
game.
but the game.
Everything but the game.
Buttery nipples and all. Okay.
Buttery nipples. Jello shots.
Okay, Jello.
Yeah,
but-
Jello shots are the shit. Okay, we're done.
Alright, go ahead. Change the topic.
Okay,
Go ahead, ask me a question, sir.
Okay, so tell me, at least comparatively, because I assume you played other Final Fantasies before.
Correct.
So as far as the upgrading system has gone in this game that you've experienced.
Wait, oh, back to the alcohol topic. Oh, I don't have to talk to the. I still gotta talk to the cashier. I gotta bring it up to him.
No. You just grab the bottle and check it out. That's it.
Just look him straight in the eye and say,
Don't blink.
I'm sorry.
Don't wiggle your eyebrows. There it is.
It's gonna be a wild night, guys. Okay, so what were you gonna ask me?
Yeah, so the question was like in terms of like the upgrading system and stuff, because when different games have upgrading systems,
Yeah.
some of them are more balanced, some of them are more difficult to like perform well in, and then other ones are actually almost too easy. Like God of War, in my personal opinion,
The Ragnarok one.
yeah, the Ragnarok.
Okay.
I thought it was decently balanced,
Okay.
but the one thing that I guess that this is just with as far as I got and what I was able to accomplish in Ragnarok is that I don't think you can actually max out your stats if you wanted to. I don't think you can.
I think you can. It's just how much
Well,
time
again,
are you willing to put in to doing so.
Right, but at that point, it's like if you've already been in the game and you've done everything, and that is what gets you to max level.
Like in theory, you
Then
could
it
max
doesn't-
out these weapons,
Okay.
but then again, how much am I willing to seriously put time into?
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about, like, in terms of, like, an upgrading system. Like, how do you feel about this one in particular? Because, like, with Vampire, when I go through the other games,
I want to say
like,
it's not difficult. At least because the thing is you can play this game through normal or easy mode, which I usually put on normal, which is the hardest difficulty they'll give you at 1st. And then you can play through hard mode, which will let you earn a few more other perks, items, so on and so forth.
Yeah,
It is not like early game, easy. Mid game, somewhat fair. Post game, or like when you repeat the game, like let's say New Game Plus.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
In a way, because it's still like you basically go back to the chapter. You can repeat it, and then you can choose a difficulty you like to play on that certain chapter.
Yeah, because if, like,
So it's not that bad. But
Okay,
it's
because,
not
like-
something that you usually see too much of.
yeah, because of when I'm, like, the most recent, like, system I guess I've been the most familiar with was Vampire.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try the achievement hunt, and I'm going the pacifist route first of not, like, consuming people for XP, right? So the way their upgrade system works is that if you understand or if you unlock all the secrets of the characters in the game, the quality of their blood increases, right? And some of the characters are worth upwards of like 8,000 XP points. So you mesmerize them or whatever, and you go for like the consumption, all that, right? The only catch is that if their mental state is of a higher level than yours, you can't do it. You have to match or be higher. And I think your top is 5, I think, right? So
IQ point, which would be a little
well,
sloppy.
I guess it's like their mental resistance to being
okay, like a level,
right?
okay.
Yeah. So my theory, right? Because when I went through the first playthrough, which I guess a little PSA announcement to all of y'all that are in the stream right now. The final episode of Vampire will be on January 27th. That is Friday at 11:45 a.m.
Definitely gonna bring in more games. Drop some suggestions in the comments or in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to streaming more games on this channel.
Absolutely. But the vampire, right? Like what I noticed when I was fighting the final boss and stuff, I actively chose not to go after certain people out of like some random principle I have. Either it was like my home base territory, maybe I had some like personal connection to the character, or I felt that the character was gonna have a greater value later in the game, right? So I did not go after everyone after every opportunity. Certain people I did. So I was able to get to like a level 33.
But the thing is, this game isn't that complex as far as upgrading.
Well, it's not like the game is
Not like that.
complex.
You can't compare Vampire.
Well, I mean,
Like, at least as far as upgrading wise,
it's not as complex, but like you can easily, like I could see that you can easily max out.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is like unlock the secrets of the characters that you can consume.
Okay.
And then just consume them, and that's it. You get the XP points. Now their value is different from character to character, but that's like your fastest way to get the XP to max out your vampire.
Oh, oopsies.
Stop! God damn it!
There's a fourth person here. I was gonna say hello.
There's a fourth person. Oh, hello.
Yes.
Come on, the dealer's probably heard of
Yeah. Welcome to the channel.
Might treat you better.
Zelos Hero 19.
But yeah, no, that I mean, compared to like your vampire game, like your playthrough, it's not as complex in the sense of all I have to do is just level up, or find like little items that help me out.
Yeah, but I was gonna say like there's so many like things that you have to like track as far as an upgrading thing goes. Only thing I gotta track for upgrades in Vampire is like, yo, what's his power? And like for the powers I'm using, maxing them all out. Because once you pass a certain level in your upgrade or your upgrade chain,
does grab something else with it?
Huh?
Just grab something else with it.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
What?
Buttery nipples, like you get like the thing.
Oh, that's true. The buttery nipple. Back to the buttery nipple topic.
I told you, dog. You just gotta just vibe with it. It's cool. But although that is interesting because she probably put that comment up like a while ago, so that means that this is lagging way harder than the actual game right now. Or maybe the whole thing is lagging like period.
True.
Because he's just now hitting the
Actually, I wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine.
Yeah, the shop.
Yeah, when you're already past it.
That's all that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
something to keep in mind for the future.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to try like Twitch next, because Twitch isn't too off like this.
Yeah, YouTube does tend to have that. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
That buttery nipple topic, she got me hungry.
Why hungry?
To drink.
Well, I was like, why hungry?
Because she mentioned Flanagan's too. She did mention Flanagan's. And I over here like, I want some barbecue wings.
We about to get some barbecue wings. Homemade.
That's the topic of the day. Later. Alright, so basically at least with this one, it does give you like more opportunities to level up and do other things. So you see all those little green markings on the actual screen, like on the map. Then yeah, at that point, sure. But the biggest thing is, you can export your videos after you stream on Twitch. There you go.
Okay, so we need to figure out how to do that. We'll figure out how to do that.
Definitely gotta figure out how to do that. How much time we got left on our stream, by the way?
We got about like 5 minutes. Yeah. 6:53, 50.
Like, keep going, you want to call it?
Let's let's go ahead and finish.
Let's go ahead and finish.
I was like, we made it this far, my dude.
No, for sure. But definitely want to try that Spiral speedrun and finish it under 2 hours.
That's all you, dude.
I know, you'll be there just watching it, and you're gonna sit down and realize
it's gonna piss
this
me
guy's
off.
quick. Exactly. That's kind of the point of why I'm watching it. That's the point.
Make me. You're just a glutton to see people like suffer. Just it's okay. Man stays toxic, I swear.
That's the point. That is definitely my point. But yes, I think that should definitely be one of those little speedrun challenges you could do. I think it would probably be a good thing for it to broadcast out.
You know, I will say that I do appreciate the how well the graphics are, like at least rendering and like going through. Because sometimes it's always like better in person versus like the recording or streamed version.
Which would always be the case. You know, I'm sure like
I really like this light. I really do.
It's cute. So that you gotta go thank Sutton. Let her know you appreciate it. What was I supposed to go?
Bro, you act like I fucking know. Like I'm just here watching.
You distracted me with lights, buttery nipples, wings.
That's a cat. There was a cat. You didn't see the kitty cat?
No. I did not see a cat.
It was a white cat.
Drakes have been spotted inside. Huh?
Drake's? He cloned himself? Damn it.
He cloned himself. Now, are we getting old Drake or new Drake? I'd rather the clone of the old Drake. Do you think? Do you think?
Yo, when those memes, yo, people
Bro,
are fucking ruthless. They are ruthless with their fucking memes, bro.
He just set himself up, though.
Yeah, okay.
Did you see the cover for the album?
No, I
girl
didn't.
with the whole gap?
I didn't.
Bro,
I didn't see
the cover. Look up the cover.
God damn it.
Just look it up. Do yourself the favor.
Is it a favor or a disservice to myself?
It's more a favor, because you're going to sit there laughing. Like, when I sat back, I was literally sitting down in the office, looking at this, and I was like, they did Homegirl dirty. And she got paid well for it, but she got done dirty. It's like,
damn.
like,
damn. That's it?
like, what's wrong with the two? But then she got a retainer and fix the gap.
Is that what that is, or is that like a...
At least that's what I think it is.
Dude, that shit almost looks like a grill.
Let me see.
It's gold. That's not a fucking retainer.
Oh, then she got a whole buck tooth. My bad. We're gonna look like Bugs Bunny. But,
man.
I mean,
but okay,
I still think they did it dirty. It's not changing my opinion.
You know what? I can't. I'm not gonna make any judgments. I'm not gonna make any. No, I can't. Bring myself to do it.
Did you used to wear braces?
No, but it's like, why? She got this random ass Band-Aid on her face, and like what the fuck did you do? And it's a tiny Band-Aid. It's not even a big one. It's not like you got like your shit rocked by like, you know, someone throwing a fucking rock at you or some shit. It's like what happened? You got bit by a mosquito and you popped the bump? Like I don't know.
That whole bump. I mean, that whole. I just know. I just can't sit there. Look at that album cover seriously.
No, but then he'd be trying to like look all tough. Oh, like fuck, wasn't it like?
How you trying to live hard with a heart on your head? But whatever.
No, but wasn't it like a meme that like came out where it's like, what Drake song makes you yell like this loud or whatever? And he's like, he's like, yeah! And it's like...
The problem is everybody was quoting like the Take Care album.
Oh, shit.
So it's like the Drake songs bump.
No, they do. They really do. Like, I mean, okay, as far as like artists go...
No, he has the biggest hype, bro.
No, he's definitely he's got the biggest hype, and then in terms of just putting out like track after track, like this dude's collection is fucking expansive. It doesn't make sense that it's this expansive.
No,
like,
it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
It's like Jesus Christ, my dude, and like I can't even imagine the amount of fucking monies that he's making right now. I'm just like,
That's how he got home. Look at on that album cover. He paid him well.
God damn.
I'm telling you, they did it dirty, bro.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. Like, if someone's like, dude, we will pay you like $100,000 to use your face for the cover album, but we're gonna make you bust it. Bust my shit, my dude. You know what? Matter of fact, go ahead, pay me $200. You made me look like straight busted, like I came out the sewers busted. Like, dude. And you know what I'm saying? This now, and I guarantee you, like, if this type of like post actually goes viral or some shit like that, guarantee they're gonna take my face and be like, "Oh, you want busted? Bet, bitch." And
they're gonna give you a whole buck too. I need somebody to do that for you.
You know what? Because you're the one saying all the comments. Watch them do that to you.
He would have a heart attack.
No surprise.
Oh. They definitely did that. Oh wow, perfect. And I finished up this mission.
Oh.
On the right time.
What an odd time.
You wanna give the outro?
Alright, well, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna call that stream here, guys. So, gonna try to do this every Sunday, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys liked it, I mean, obviously tune in for the next one. We'll be trying to go more on the Twitch platform as opposed to YouTube. But again, same name as always, ZLS019. Follow the socials, follow the IG, follow the TikTok, follow the channel if you don't. And hopefully soon start following the Twitch. We'll get better at it. Again, this was kind of our test run, just kind of like seeing how it worked, trying to figure out the audio setup, all the things, and the camera and all that. But I think for first stream, thing went well.
Yeah, for the most part.
Definitely didn't run out of shit to talk about. I was kind of worried about that, honestly.
Yeah, buck tooth. All right. Do remember to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Text me. What?
Oh, is that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You put emojis on and I got like text green. Alright, do definitely like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get more up-to-date information and to get more content like this.
Dude, update info is on our
Spiral Speedrun next stream. Beat under 2 hours. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say we'll put that one up to the polls, because otherwise we continue this, because you still got to beat the game now. You've exposed the audience now. You have to beat the game.
I mean, it's always switch over the game.
This is true. But anyway, with that being said, have a good day.
Ugh.